It's time again for the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge, brought to you by American Car Care Centers in conjunction with CN8 and the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Hi again, everybody. John Holt with Dan Murphy at the Woburn Bowlerdrome, which has basically become the barber shop the last 5 weeks. Dave Barber continues to win.
Absolutely, and we'll see who his challenger will be this week after our challengers match. That's the one-game part of our show. The winner of that goes into that championship match, which is a two-game total, and of course they'll take on red-hot Dave Barber.
We'll speak with Dave coming up in just a second, but first the challengers standing by with Trina Fernandez.
Thank you, John. Today our challengers are Jeremy Seaholm and Jack Ray. And Jeremy, first time on the show, nervous, jitters, how you feeling?
Oh, a little bit. I just got to go out and throw my ball. You know, Jack's going to go out and throw a lot of marks, so I just got to keep up with him.
Have you bowled against Jack before?
No.
So we were talking about this, Jack. You've been on the show probably 6 times, maybe 7 times.
6, 7 times.
And haven't gotten past the challenger round. So what are you going to do today to break through?
Well, if I have one more pin than Jeremy bowls, I'll be happy with that. So, but you can't make any mistakes. It's one string, and you got to go out there and do your best.
Well, Jeremy was just saying that he was a little bit nervous because every dog has his day. Today could be your breakthrough day.
Well, no matter how many times you've been on, you still have that little nervous, you know, that stuff in the stomach there, whatever it is. But yeah, we'll just go up there and have fun.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you today, and back over to you guys.
Trina, thanks. Dave going for 6 in a row. Can you believe this has happened to you?
No, I can't. I mean, I got on the show just trying to, you know, make it a couple in a row, but 6, that's, you know, something I never thought I'd do.
You're one of the young guns we've had on the show. Does it help you being younger, or when you go up against some of these experienced guys, you get a little concerned?
I get a little concerned, get a little nervous knowing that, you know, they've been there before, but, you know, I just try and not think about that and just focus on just bowling how I can bowl.
Well, looking to make it a 6-pack today. Good luck.
Thanks you.
Back with the challengers match right after this on CN8. Back all set for the challengers match on the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. Jack Ray and Jeremy Seaholm set to duke it out. A 1-string match. The winner advances to take on a reigning champ. Dave Barber and Jeremy from Marlboro, Massachusetts, steps up to go first on lane 35. He is on the head pin to start by dropping 6.
Leaves himself to 2, 4, 5, and 7. Goes far to the left, takes off just the 7 pin.
Open in the first, 2, 4, and 5 remaining. And he starts with an 8 box. First of 10 boxes he will bowl versus Jack Ray. Another good crowd on hand here at the Bowlerdrome. Glad you're with us on CN8. Follows it up with a 5-pin drop.
4 horsemen to the left, plus the 9 pin in the back row.
Leaves the 4 and the 7, so 2 open frames to begin with for Jeremy Seaholm. 8 in the first, now 9 right here, total of 17. Over to Jack Ray from Stow, Massachusetts. On the head pin, takes out 8, leaves the 5 and the 8.
This wooden resting against the 5 should give him some help. Oh, he capped the wood, ball went one way, pin took out the 5 pin, but the 8 pin stands.
10 box pinning out, so early 2-pin advantage for Jack.
Hall of Fame Jack Ray was just inducted to the Candlepin Hall of Fame. Well deserved.
Working on lane 36 now. Eight of 10. Got the head pin and the king pin.
Nice try, nice try.
works it out for an 8-box and takes a 1-pin lead in the Challengers match.
18-17. Dave Barber, the reigning champ, waiting for the winner of this match, has won 5 times in a row, looking to make it 6 straight today. A student from Merrimack College.
Oh, good-looking ball by Jeremy, and that's a strike.
First mark of the match comes in the 3rd frame for Jeremy Seaholm, a strike.
Ball breaking right to left, breaks into the 1-3 pocket, and 5-pin a little stubborn to go down, looking for the double, and if body English mean anything, it would have been down a long time ago.
9 of 10. Second part of the fill coming up. Looking to make it spare on strike. You bet. All of a sudden he's up to 47, and he'll have the fill in the 5th.
Come on, Jack, your turn. Follow it up.
Jack sporting that average of 125. Take out 8, 9.
There you go.
Good break there. Looked like he was left with a split, although he was on the head pin.
Now the wood to deal with. Right at it, takes out the pin for his first mark. Spare the 3rd.
Throw the hammer, throw the hammer. Come on, throw it out, follow through.
Now the fill on lane 36 for that spare, and Jack Ray. Away with it, missed the head pin, drops 7, leaves a triangle, 4, 7, and 8, another piece of wood in front.
Turn it in, turn it in.
Trying to match the spare that Jeremy put up in the 4th.
Beauty!
Cannot do it.
Nice try, nice try.
So Jeremy will take the lead into the 5th frame.
Good night, good night, good night.
That's a 9-box. 3-pin advantage, however, a fill for Jeremy Seaholm right now here in the 5th after that spare. He's had a strike, a spare, and now the 5th frame.
20.
Light hit this time, but a decent 8-pin drop.
Add 8 to the total.
We have an 11-pin advantage for the first 4 frames. Trying to make it 3 in a row. Oh, takes out just the 6, leaves the 10.
And then he'll miss.
Good night.
For a 9-box. Went into the channel. 64 through 5, open here in the 5th.
Oh, right back in the pocket. Beautiful on the Brooklyn side this time, and scatters 9 of them, leaving the kingpin.
Eyeing his 3rd mark. Would be his 2nd spare. Got it.
Keeping the pressure on Jack Ray.
Marks in 3, 4, and 6 for Jeremy.
All right, come on, Jack.
An impressive high single of 220.
Wow. Looked like a pretty good ball going in, but he leaves himself the 7, 8, and 10. Let's see where the wood settles down to give him any possibility of converting this for a spare. Looks like he has to go to the left-hand tip of the wood. Hopefully the ball take the 7 and the pin off the wall for the 10, and tries the other side.
And then he's got the 2 goalposts, 7 and 10 in the back row. Targets the 10, so that's a 9 in the 5th. He's going to need some marks to catch up. Just 1 to his credit so far. Spare back in the 3rd.
Need a hammer.
1 game deciding who wins the Challengers match.
Right now.
8 of 10. Leaves the 1 and the 3. Looking for the spare.
Oh, chops out the 5, leaves the 9.
Nice try, nice try. Should have had it. Good night, good night.
So that's another 9. 3 consecutive 9 boxes for Jack Ray. Gets his score to 62. Jeremy looking to put more distance between himself and Jack. Here's the fill. Fill of 6 after the spare in the 6th.
It's an 18-pin advantage now with only 4 frames remaining.
Seven there. Least productive box so far. He's at 87 on to the 8th.
Oh, follows up with a strike in the pivotal eighth frame of the string. Big mark there for Jeremy.
Second strike to go with 2 spares. Here's a second look.
1-3 pocket again. That's where he does most of his damage.
Not a jack. And take out 6, leave the 4 horsemen over to the right. This is the 7th frame for Jack Ray, and he needs a bunch of marks and needs them now. Won't get it in the 7th.
Should have had 4 more. Should have had 4 more.
Add 10 to the total, 72 now. So through 7, gained a few in count right there. Got the lead down to 15, but now he's opposite the strike in the 8th.
Yeah, he needs to strike for himself. Probably more than one. Spread eagle.
2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10 remaining.
Come on, Jack. Pretty shot. Beauty. Nice try. Nice try.
8 complete now for Jack. And the lead
Nice try.
grows to 19. Plus these next 2 balls.
Right into 1-3 pocket again. There's the double.
Chance for the triple. The triple strike pool, $1,000.
Come on, Jeremy. Throw the home run. No
Yet to have
dying.
anyone
All chat. All chat.
have a piece of that yet. Jeremy Seaholm has a chance right now. Looks pretty good.
And instead it's 7.
Nice shot.
He goes spare on strike. Last roll coming up. He's going to post a good total. 3 strikes, 2 spares. Total of 141 for Jeremy. Well done. 15 above his average of 126, and it appears that he will take on Dave Barber.
Oh, sure. Always happens.
There's the strike from Jack Ray.
4 more. 4 more.
He's going to have to keep up this pace, though, to have any chance. Anything less than a strike's not going to cut it.
No, I think he's mathematically out, even if he
Double it.
threw consecutive strikes.
Which he won't. Instead, it's 9 of 10 falling.
Wow.
Actually, I think he could have, yeah. Threw.
Could have got to 148. Jeremy and Dave will be our matchup in the 2-game championship showdown. Jack getting marks, but a little late. Had a strike and a spare. Now the extra ball here to finish up the 10th. And give him 8 more. 141, 116, a 25-point victory for Jeremy, who earns the right to take on Dave Barber. Will it be the Barber Shop for week number 6 in a row? We'll find out next on CNA. Okay, that's our mission over the next 2 strings. Dave Barber, the current champ, looking for 6 in a row. He will go first here in game 1 versus Jeremy Seaholm, who you just saw advance with a 141-116 victory over Jack Ray. David from Lynn, Massachusetts, all set at lane 35. 4-pin drop.
2-4-7 on the left and then triangle 6, 9, 10 on the right. Piece of wood in between 2 and 4, and almost converted that. Boy, he is firing the ball.
Ball just exploded, as you say, Dan. 6 and 10 remaining. He'll be open in the first. Gets the 10. First of 20 boxes that each bowler will bowl. That drops 7.
1, 2, 9 left. Piece of wood next to the 2-pin. Might be a hindrance, though, the angle of it. Oh, no
Got
problem.
all 3. There's the first mark for Dave Barber. Comes in the second frame. Jeremy had 3 strikes and 2 spares in that Challengers game for a 141 total. He'll get 7 to go. Head pin still up, along with the 9 and the 10 in the back row. He will also be open. And the first box. Gets all 10. Now opposite that spare from Dave Barber in the second. Chance to get one himself with the 4 and the 7 still standing.
Pulls the ball left, taking just the 7-pin. Pair 10s.
Here's the fill from Dave. Sporting the average of 124. Fills it with 7, maybe more. 8, yes. Crowd urging that wood to stick around, but it's rolling back and forth.
8 and 10 left. He's obviously going to play the wood. Doesn't look to be a great angle for converting both of those, but we'll see. Wanted to go further left on that wood.
.37 his score through 3. Once again, Dave with family members in attendance, including his Hall of Fame dad.
Spread eagle. Here's the Hall of Famer, Father Jim.
He'll be open here in the fourth. Nine of 10. Add that to the 37, you get 46 through 4. Back to Jeremy. Takes out 7. Got the 3, 5, 6.
Three 10 boxes. Pinning well. Finds himself 7 pins behind our champ at this point. Early in the championship round of 2-game total. He's that 1-3 pocket. He loves that. 9-pin drop. His ball breaking right to left, and he hits that 1-3. It cuts right through the pins. Does a lot of damage going through.
There's his first mark. Comes in the fourth. 3 consecutive 10 boxes and a spare in the fourth. So both bowlers with 1 mark apiece. Dave Barber gets 6 to go.
Having watched Dave over the last 5 weeks, right now, to me, it looks like he might be overthrowing a little bit. Really firing the ball as he makes the spare.
That's his second mark.
Splits the 1 and the 3. Headpin takes out the 4 and 7.
And he fills it up with 9. Leaving the kingpin. Some wood meeting right in front.
Yeah, difficult. Wood just may spray in either direction and leave the 5-pin.
He'll leave that 1 up. So it's a 9 to 74 for David. Here's the fill for Jeremy in the 5th.
Kicks out the 10-pin, gives him an 8-pin drop. 4-7 left, chance for 2 marks in a row. Grabs the lead by 2 temporarily anyways.
Another mark. Back-to-back spares.
Nice shot. Okay, count it up, not down, count it up.
Anything over 7, he'll retain the lead. That's over 7.
How about 9? That fits the bill.
Matches the spare 9 put up in this 5th frame by Dave Barber. Trying to do one better though and convert his, and he does. 3 in a row.
Marks in a row. Jeremy slipping into the lead. We step aside. Back with more in game 1 right after this. Time for Dave to step up again. Currently down some 3 pins, and Jeremy will add to that lead through 6 when he steps in for a fill. Here in the 7th now. And a strike from Dave.
You got another one in.
No doubt about that one.
Got it?
It's a good way to stem the tide. Dad likes it.
Show us the second one. Look at
Quick
that.
look at that one, tripping the 7-pin for the strike. Looking for the double right by that 5-pin. Wow.
Nice shot.
Nearly had it.
This is the pin he just missed 2 boxes ago, but had bad wood. Not this time.
Spare on strike for Dave Barber.
Nice shot, Davey. Nice shot.
See if Jeremy has an answer. His fill in the 7th.
Bingo.
Working side this time, drops 9.
Right.
Very composed, Jeremy Seaholm. Get that impression seeing him here through nearly 2 strings now.
Gotta hurry. Just sliding by to the right.
Would have been the 4th spare in a row. Instead of 10 bucks. Nothing left standing for this young man. 4 10 boxes, 3 spares, not of the 8th.
Right through the middle. Spread eagle minus the 7 and the 10 pin, so he's left with a 2, 4, 3, 6. No wood to help him out.
Gets just the 6.
Get 2 or get 3. Get 2, get 3. Hot eight.
The game tied 104-104. However, Dave Barber has a fill here in the 9th after marking back in the 8th.
Right back in the pocket, big 9-pin drop.
All right. Nice shot.
Now he seems to have found a groove. See, 4-pin for 3 marks in a row. No,
Misses
and he
just
misses
to the
one.
left.
Both bowlers missing singles.
Wow.
So it's a 9. 122.
Grabs the lead by 9 after 8 frames completed. Right back in the pocket, another 9-pin drop. This time the 10-pin.
Spare in the 10th? Yes. So an extra ball for Dave Barber. He'll add to his total, and Mom likes it very much.
She looks pretty calm. I bet you she's not inside.
Come on, Davey. Home run. Home run.
Oh, got to break off the head pin. Drops 8.
140. That's a pin shy of what Jeremy posted in the Challengers game at 141. Game 2 is anything like game 1. It's going to go right down to the wire for Dave Barber to retain his championship. Jeremy drops 8.
I don't know if you can miss the 5-pin, clip that wood in the far left-hand tip and swing it. Looks like it might be too deep.
Yeah, nice try, nice try.
So 3 consecutive open frames after the 3 spares at 4, 5, 6 for Jeremy.
All right, keep it close. Need a mark, keep it close.
See how close he can get to that 140 total as we get ready for game 2. 10th and final frame of game 1 right here. Spread eagle.
Come on, bail out here.
So Dave Barber's going to have the advantage as he shoots to retain his title. And it'll be by some 19 pins. 140 to 121. Boy, did Barber come on strong. Down the stretch in game 1. We will start game 2 from Woburn right after this. The pressure now on the challenger more than ever. We'll go first. Down some 19 pins as we start game 2. Jeremy Seaholm looking to dethrone the 5-time champ Dave Barber. And here we go. So much for pressure. A strike.
Double it.
Very calm, as I noted in the last game.
You can see the replay of the strike. Nice and tight in the 1-2 pocket. Brooklyn side, as we call it. Looking for the double. And the 1-3 this time, and he gets the double.
Well done. Wow. He'll have a chance at the triple strike next time he steps up.
Oh. Jeremy's saying, I'm not dead yet. I'm still here.
High-fiving the crowd.
Boy, 2 shots at $1,000, or a piece of thereof anyways. Once in the Challengers match, and now once in the championship match.
Now to the champ.
At
7-pin drop.
That 9-pin advantage is going to disappear real quick.
And he will be open. In the first box, we'll post an 8. So all of a sudden, the lead shrinks, overall lead shrinks to 7. Five down, 5 still up.
Oh, what a shot! Oh,
terrific spare.
This is a huge ball for Jeremy right here on the double strike. You see the replay of that spare off the left sidewall across from the 7 and then finally the 9. Looking for the triple, not a bad ball. Drop 7.
3, 6, 10. So no ownership yet of that $1,000 in the triple strike pool this season.
Got it. 3 in a row.
Strike, strike, spare for Jeremy Seaholm.
10 up, 10 down.
And the lead.
Wow, that 19-pin advantage vanishing.
Right in the pocket again. This time he drops 8. 5 and 7 left. All kinds of lumber out in front.
Come on, this may go.
Obviously, he has to catch a piece of that, and hopefully the ball or one of the pins will carry the 7. No.
Cannot get that 7 to go, so he's open in the 4th. Red hot start though. Couple strikes in the spare for Jeremy.
Good 9, good 9, good ball.
74, it's a good score through 4.
He certainly is.
Good job, good job, good job.
Well, let's see what Dave Barber does in his spare. That's what he does. Drops
9 in the fill. Leaves the 10.
What a match. Trying to make it 2 in a row. Oh.
Missed to the right. Not happy, tossing the towel.
Yeah, bowlers always take it out on the towels.
So that's a 10 box instead to 37.
And it's a 9-pin advantage for our challenger.
Gets 7 to go.
4, 6, 7 piece of wood next to the 6-pin. I think he's going to have to play the single, the 6-pin. Hopefully he can get that wood to kick into the 4-7. Nope.
Open 4 consecutive frames.
Gain 1 in count, cut the lead to 8 if he can corral the 4-7. He does.
27-pin advantage in the game for Jeremy, which puts him up by 8 overall, 6 boxes to go.
Well, you can keep the pressure on the champ. That's what he did to Jack Ray in the Challengers match. He got the lead, and then he was able to put a mark up here and there and keep the pressure on. Oh, no. Same pin he missed earlier, the 7-pin.
$10 to 84.
Both bowlers missing single pins for spares along the way. I'm sure whoever comes out on the short end of the straw here is going to remember that. Right through the middle.
Balance is off, balance is off.
3, 6, 2, 4, 7. Still to contend with.
Well, 2 open frames for our champ to work on.
Three marks and then 3 open frames, 2 of them for 10 boxes for Jeremy. Dave Barber currently down 8. There in the 5th.
Oh, buried that one in the 1-2 pocket. But leaves himself the 6-pin and the 8 and 9 in the back row. Let's see where that wood settles down. Well, possibilities. He's going to take a piece of the wood, have the ball carry him off with a 6-pin, and then let's see if something can come off the left side wall and clear out the 8 and 9. Now they come up high on that wood.
Nice try, nice try.
Lead back to 9.
Loses 1. Opposite the 10 box, he posted the 9. Now to the 6th frame. And a mark would tighten this up, make it nearly even.
Off the target. Off the head pin that time.
Trying to keep the deficit at 9 if he can get these 2. And he'll do just that. Should be a terrific finish. Jeremy Seaholm and Dave Barber. We'll wrap it up when we come back. We're back. Final 4 boxes. Jeremy and Dave, and boy, it's been a very competitive match. Jeremy set to go in the 7th, currently up by 9 pins. Both bowlers were open in the 6th, so we start fresh right here.
Oh, off the head pin. What a break. Just exploded from within and leaves just a 6 pin with, well, even Earl could make this one. It's a big mark, leading by 9. Chance to push it into double figures, making the champ throw at least 2 marks more than the challenger to win.
That'll take out 7, so 7 on the fill.
Oh,
Another mark.
2 in a row. That puts a lot of pressure on our champ now.
Coming at opportune times. 2 marks in a row, 7 and 8.
This leaves the one in the back row, but the wood comes off the wall for that 8 pin. 2 huge marks.
Does the champ have an answer?
No, he's looking at the 1-7-10, the high-low jack. Yeah. Don't like that wood like sitting next to the head pin.
Every pin crucial, of course. It's 1 more. Now that advantage balloons to 17. And Dave is opposite another mark here in the 8th. Not making it easy. So open again, and Jeremy finds himself in terrific position. With a big fill here, it might become near insurmountable for Dave. It's a fill of 6.
Some 127 through 8. That may. Now you got to look at Jeremy's 2-game total. If he throws a big fill, another mark here, well into the top 3. Kibosh on that one.
This is his 10th final frame.
Oh, and he makes it. Finishes with 4 marks, and that was the best one of them all.
And he'll get 1 more ball.
151 and a ball to come, and here's that last spare. Headpin goes down, takes the 4, and spins around and finally takes the 7 out of there. 4th consecutive mark, all spares.
And 8 more. 159 in this game, 2-game total of 281. Make that 280. 159, so it looks like we're going to have a new champ. That total lead has been growing over the last few frames, and I think it's gotten to Dave Barber.
Yeah, it was a big mark in the 7th frame, followed by the 8th. Made it really difficult, but then we followed with 2 more.
Terrific run for Dave. 5 weeks in a row, but it will not make it to week 6. This, of course, we remind you, after taking a 19-pin advantage.
That's right. Jeremy erased that in the first 2 balls of that 2nd game with throwing consecutive strikes followed by a spare, and then never looked back.
And just the 1 mark from Dave in the game 2. Back in the 2nd, 39-pin victory. Who would have predicted that after game one? We have a new champion, Jeremy Seaholm. Back to put the finishing touches on the broadcast from Woburn right after this. Woburn Bowlerdrome to wrap it up, and we have a new champ, and boy, did he do it convincingly in game two.
You know, we keep talking about the young guns. Well, here's another one. You know, Jason, Jeremy, he did a great job today. Seemed to be hold his composure through the whole thing, never wavered. Went down by 19. I thought that was it. But he opened up with a double strike and never looked back.
Won that second game by 58 pins for the 39-pin victory. We will speak with the new champ in just a second, but first let's get the thoughts of Jack Ray and the five-time champ standing by with Trina. Dave Barber. Trina?
Thank you, guys. I'm over here with Jack Ray and our former champion, Dave Barber. We'll start with you, Jack. So frustrating. You just can't seem to get past that challenger round.
Well, I guess I don't bowl high enough to get past it. And, you know, these young kids where they can throw the ball a million miles an hour and, yeah, they get the action and they make the shots, too. So I just haven't performed that way. And hopefully one of these days it'll turn around.
Well, we're glad you keep coming back and trying, but you were complaining about those young guns. They really throw the ball hard, but you know what? You got to have the accuracy, too.
Well, absolutely. You can throw the ball as hard as you want, but if you don't have the accuracy, it's just not there. But, yeah, one of these days it'll turn around. And I remember when I was coming up and bowling, the older guys would say, wow, look at that young kid throw that ball. Now, I'm one of those guys saying, boy, look at those young kids throw that ball. So it's a lot of fun, though. And good luck to these guys.
Well, it all comes around, but we love having you here, so please come back. Keep trying.
I'll try. Thank you.
And this is a new experience for me talking to you, Dave, because you've been the champ for 5 weeks. This was your 6th show. I don't know what to say because, you know, usually you're over there with in the champion round.
Yeah, I kind of got used to being over there with them, and unfortunately I'm here. Not with you, but, well, that's not unfortunate about it, but, you know, I'd like to be over there, but Jeremy bowled great today. He threw a great ball and made all his shots, and, you know, it's hard to beat that.
Well, I won't, you know, take it personally that you don't want to be talking to me, but you've made a lot of money over the past few weeks. How much have you made?
I think it was the total of $1,700.
Wow. Yeah. $1,700. What are you going to do with that? Nice money for a college kid, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a big help. I haven't spent anything yet, but probably spent a little bit on myself. Maybe my family too, if they're lucky.
Oh, I see your nephew's always here. He's so cute. Maybe he'll get a nice Christmas present this year.
Oh yeah, he'll be taken care of this year. He'll be spoiled good.
That's great. Well, and I know you're headed off to Canada. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, I was supposed to leave yesterday, but because of the show today, I got to leave tomorrow morning early, and it's a going up for the World's Tournament. You know, the tournament they hold every year, so that should be fun. It's my first time going up, and I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, good luck to you. And Jack, hope to see you back again. Back over to you, John.
Trina, thanks. Jeremy, you were down 19 pins after game one versus the 5-time champ. You dug deep, and boy, you were very impressive in that second game.
You just got to dig back and throw your ball. You know, you just don't let it bother you. One box at a time. You know, make him throw marks.
You certainly did that.
Don't let it bother you. Are you as calm as you appear?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
I don't get very upset. I just try to. I may say a few things in my head, but you know, just gotta let it go. Go to the next box.
You know, I know you work for a lady that's a very big supporter of the ICBA and Candlepin in general. You ought to give her a little plug. Who do you work for?
Helen Salou, Fairway Sports World. One of the nicest women I know. One of the nicest women.
And we're glad to have her part of the industry.
You really had to know that it was going your way when you were high-fiving the crowd there in the second game. They kind of took you in, supporting you as you came on strong.
Yeah, you just got to get the crowd riled up, get them behind you. I kind of feed on that kind of stuff.
Now, unlike some other champs in the past, you're going to have to wait now a couple weeks because we have some youth championships coming up. Is that going to affect you at all? You can go home and think about it, come back in a few weeks, and try to win again.
I'll be okay. Just got to come back and do the same thing. Just throw the ball.
Well, we want to wish you happy holidays. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Thank
Jeremy,
you.
Thank you very much. Dan, I want to talk further about the youth championships coming up. Something special and different here in the show.
That's right. For the next 3 weeks, we're having a Scotch doubles type format. a boy and a girl, and what happens is that the boy will bowl the first 2 frames, followed by the young lady. She'll bowl the next 2. The interesting part of it is that if they throw a mark in that second frame, then their partner will be the one to be filling the mark. So it's a little interesting, unless they throw it in the last box, and we'll let them fill that. But they're going to get jackets for everyone, trophies, a set of bowling balls to the winners, some free games. So it should be exciting to see some of our youth bowlers.
Some true teamwork as they work off each other's marks.
Exactly
and
right.
These are good bowlers. We just didn't pick them out of a hat. These are some of the best
that's right.
youth bowlers around.
They won the All Events championships in the ICBA tournament, the Mass State tournament, the New Hampshire State tournament, and the Western New England had another tournament they selected their participants.
So we'll have a special format right around the holidays. We hope you tune in the next 3 weeks for that. Then, of course, Jeremy will be back to defend his championship. That'll do it for this week. Thanks for watching the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge on CNA.